Hello, my name is Sarah Vigil, and in today's video I will be talking to you about two different topics. The topics are about being visually impaired and being hearing impaired as well. When you have a student that is enrolled online in your class that is either visually impaired or hearing impaired, there are certain accommodations that need to be done for those students. For the visually impaired student, it needs to be black and white only, no smaller than 12-point font. Also, no italic words on there because it can be confusing to them. Just because they are visually impaired doesn't mean that they are blind. It means that they just have trouble seeing the information given. Also, for a hearing impaired person, that could mean multiple things. They could just be slightly deaf, they could be deaf 100%, or they could just be hard of hearing. So if possible, it would be great if you could get an interpreter for that class that could be provided for that student. If that class is online that the student is in, that student could possibly already have their own interpreter. You just don't know. And I relate more to the hearing impaired because my brother is deaf. He went to Austin for School of the Deaf, which is an amazing school. He graduated there in 2005. When he went there, he did not know sign language. They taught him how to sign, and he is also a very good at reading lips. So if you are talking to him and he doesn't understand what you're saying, you can repeat it slowly, and then he's able to read your lips and say, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying. But for the accommodations for these students, as a teacher, no, I don't feel like it would be out of my way or a huge impact on me, because that is my job, is to make sure that these students are successful and they succeed and are given all the information possible to them so that way they can reach their goals in life. If there was a special ed teacher that I could reach out to, I would. And I would also go online to TEA and see what their guidelines are and what they recommend for the accommodations for a visually impaired student and a hearing impaired student, and see how I can relate the two, if possible at all. Like I said earlier, with visually impaired, no smaller font than 12-point. Everything needs to be in black and white because color could disturb them. And no italics. And then for hearing impaired, just seeing if you can get an interpreter, being able to give them all the information, type everything out, send it to them, see if they have any questions or see if they understand it, and just reach back. I would just keep reaching back and forth with the student to make sure that they understand. And again, no, I don't think it would be a huge impact on me or my life as the class, as a teacher, because it is my job to make sure that that student is successful in their career.